Isn't it wild how we can know exactly what we need to do but still not do it? Like, you should be working out, building that business, learning that skill, having that difficult conversation. Whatever it is, you can literally see the person you could become if you just took action. The roadmap is crystal clear. You've probably even written it down, made vision boards, told your friends about it. But here you are, stuck in the same place. And the weirdest part, it's not like you're clueless. You're not sitting there thinking, gosh, I just don't know what to do. No, you know exactly what needs to happen. You probably researched it, watched YouTube videos about it, maybe even bought a course or two. The information is there. The plan exists. But the action? That's the missing piece. And trust me, you're not alone in this. We've all been there, starting at the gap between who we are and who we know we could be. Now, here's something I need you to really hear. You're not lazy. You know that's what you tell yourself. I know that's the excuse that feels easiest to grab onto. I'm just lazy. I don't have discipline. I'm not motivated enough. But that's not it. The truth, you're scared. You're scared that if you actually try, like really genuinely put yourself out there and give it everything you've got, and it doesn't work out, then what? Because right now you have something precious, potential. You have the comfort of maybe someday. You can tell yourself, yeah, I could totally do that if I really wanted to. I just haven't tried yet. That story protects you. It keeps your ego safe. But here's the brutal truth. That comfort is killing your growth. Every day you hold on to that, maybe someday, you're trading your actual future for a fantasy. You're choosing the safety of untested potential over the reality of who you could actually become. And those glimpses of your best self, the ones that pop up when you're lying in bed at night, or when you see someone else living the life you want, they're not going away. They're going to keep haunting you until you do something about it. Let me tell you something else. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Seriously, just stop. You're never going to feel completely ready. Never. That magical day when all the stars align. When you feel 100% confident. When everything in your life is perfectly organized. It's not coming. I've seen people wait years for the quote-unquote right time to start their business, to leave that toxic relationship, to pursue their passion. And you know what happens? The right time never shows up. Because the right time is always now. Messy, imperfect, inconvenient now. The person you want to become isn't waiting for you in some future perfect scenario. They're on the other side of the work you're avoiding right now. Today, in this imperfect moment. So here's what we need to get clear on. You already know what you need to do. You don't need another podcast episode, another motivational video, another self-help book to tell you. You know, deep down, you absolutely know. So the real question isn't, what do I need to do? That's not where you're stuck. The real question is, when am I going to stop getting in my own way? When are you going to stop sabotaging yourself with overthinking, with perfectionism, with fear dressed up as being realistic? When are you going to stop making excuses that sound reasonable but are really just walls you've built to protect yourself from the possibility of failure? The gap between where you are and where you want to be is not about knowledge. It's not about resources. It's not about talent or luck or timing. And that part, that crucial, life-changing part, is completely in your control. Nobody else can close the gap for you. No amount of planning, researching, or preparing will do it. Only action will. Think about it this way. Every single day you wake up, you get to choose. You can choose to stay in the comfortable story of your potential, or you can choose to take one step toward becoming that person you envision. Just one step. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be huge. But it has to be real. What would happen if you stopped waiting? What would happen if you just started right now with whatever you have, whatever you are? I'll tell you what would happen. You begin closing that gap. You start building evidence that you're not just someone who dreams, but someone who does. And that evidence, it builds on itself. One action leads to another. Before you know it, you're not just imagining the person you could be, you're becoming them. The shift happens when you realize that failure isn't the worst thing that could happen. You know what's worse? Never trying. Looking back in 5, 10, 20 years and realizing you spent your whole life protecting potential instead of actualizing it. That regret, that's the real tragedy. So maybe you try and it doesn't work out perfectly. Maybe you stumble, maybe you fail. But at least you have tried. At least you have data, experience, lessons, and you can adjust and try again. That's indefinitely more valuable than staying stuck in the land of what if. Look, the person you want to become is waiting for you. They're on the other side of fear, on the other side of excuses, on the other side of that first uncomfortable step. You know what to do. You've always known. So stop getting in your own way and just start. Your future self will thank you for it. So until next time, take action and stay limitless. Thank you.